Okay, guys, so I'm going to go over on this video what we're going to do in the meet today. So if you watch this, you don't have to attend unless you have questions. But this is just a review of just basic inequalities. And so this one right here has the distributed property. So we would say 5 times x, which is 5x. And then 5 times 2, which is 10. And then that is greater than 10. Okay, so now we have a basic two-step inequality. And I'm going to subtract 10 on both sides. Now I have 5x is greater than 0. 5 by 5. And x is greater than 0. So now I'm going to graph that. Here's 0 on my number line. Now, since it's greater than and there's no or equal to, I'm just going to put an open circle because it's not included in my solution set, but everything that's greater would be included. Now, today's main lesson is looking at compound inequalities, and this is being crazy. We know how that goes. We're going to skip on to that. Okay, so there's two types of compound inequalities. There's ands and ors, and we'll look at the or first. I know I'll skip through some, but just for example purposes. So what we would do is we would think of this as two separate problems because compound is just two inequalities put together. So I'm going to solve this one, and I'm going to add 10 to both sides. Okay, so now I have 2x is greater than 30. Okay, so now I have a one-step inequality. I'm going to divide by 2, and x is greater than 15. Now I'm going to come over to this side, and I'm going to solve it. So we have 3x is less than 24. So since it's just already one step, I'll just divide both sides by 3 and get x is less than 8. So I have two things that is happening, this or this. So when I do my graph, I'm including both. So I'm going to put my 8 and my 15. Our first part says x is greater than 15. So I'm going to circle 15. 15 is not included, but everything greater than that is. Or x is less than 8. So I'm going to circle my 8 and shade everything before that because it could be 7, 6, 5, 4, and all the way to negative infinity. So the only thing not part of the solution of this whole thing is numbers between 8 and 15. So that would be an or question. I love when the mouse does crazy stuff. It's super fun for me. Okay, this would be an and question. So we see and in between. And this is pretty simple. It's just a one-step inequality. So we would add 5 to both sides and get x is greater than 9. Well, then over here, we have x is less than 20. And that one was already solved and just written for us. The key thing is knowing how to graph them. And so when it's and, you're looking at a certain segment on the line. So I'm going to put my 9 from here and my 20. Now I'm going to circle my 9 when it says x is greater than 9, but 9 is not included, so I'm not going to shade it in. And then it says x is less than 20. I'm going to circle my 20, but 20 is not included, anything less than that. So it has to be greater than 9, but less than 20. So that would be everything in between here. Like we could have 10, 11, 12, all the way up to 19.